What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This episode's a little different than my regular fragrance reviews because today we're going to be talking about a very special fragrance from the house of Amouage, but also we're going to be talking about a very special fragrance store in the Soho area of New York City in Manhattan. Now, I'm very sure many of you guys have heard of MiN New York or are familiar with MiN New York either through Funkinator's videos or just from your own fragrance experiences and travels. I visited MiN when they first opened and met Mindy and Chad that day, the vice president and the owner, and at that point they were mainly just a high-end shaving shop. They did have some fragrances and candles and room sprays. I actually picked up a Lanari room spray sampler from there, but I liked it because they sort of had like a Sephora play around and spray anything you want vibe, but it was a cool and well-curated collection as opposed to flanker after flanker of designer scent. And Chad and Mindy were also very nice to me as well. Now, I live on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, born and raised on 72nd between Madison and Park, and when I really got into the niche fragrance thing, I got most of my bottles at either Barney's or Bergdorf's or the boutiques like Frederick Malle, Madison. But I used to go downtown every weekend to hit up sneaker spots like Supreme or DQM or Union when they were in business. But my life and my job was on the Upper East Side. It's where I live and work. Barney's is 3 blocks away from where I work. Bergdorf's is like 7. But recently, I have been watching, you guys know, doing reviews and watching a lot of these videos, especially Frunk's videos, and I've been following what MiN has become, and it's basically a staple in the niche perfumery game. Their selection is literally unfuckable with. They have Amouage, they have Xerjoff, they have Mona d'Oreo, they have Montal, they have Healy, they have Histoire de Parfum, a Lab on Fire, just to name a few. And they have events all the time and have perfumers come and meet people, and they've just blown up in a great way. And pretty recently, I knew I wanted to pick up either an Amouage or a Xerjoff scent, and I said, you know what, let me go back down to MiN. And in going into the store, I don't want to say it was apprehensive, but I've been in a few other sort of village high-end boutiques, fragrance boutiques, where the staff can sort of press up on you, sort of drape themselves over you. And me personally, I don't like that. I hate that shit. And I was like, man, I hope it's not like this at MiN, and it's not at all. All the bottles are out, open and accessible to people. They give you some tester strips, and if you need help, they're more than qualified people there to help you with your questions. But if you want to do your thing and find that perfect bottle by yourself, that's all right too. Want a sample of something? No problem. Something not in stock, they'll try to get it for you. What they've done with the space what they've done with the space in the store is just really unbelievable. It's like a Fragcom, Garden of Eden, or Utopia, and they still have an incredible wet shaving section with brands like Taylor's and Santa Maria Novella and Geo Trumper and Alvarez Gomez and Agua de Parma. So I know a lot of wet shavers do watch my videos, and you guys should feel welcome there as well. It's not pretentious, the staff is laid back, and it's a great place. Chad reintroduced himself to me. Mindy remembered me, and Chad actually said to me, what took you so long to get back down here? And the only answer I really have is foolishness, I buy a lot of designer fragrances and a lot of niche, I have reviews coming up from bottles by Nasamato, Le Labo, Tom Ford Private Blend, etc. But when I know that MiN has a fragrance in stock that I want, that's where I'm going to be going in the future, without doubt. And just so you guys know, you don't have to just be in New York. They have a very robust website, and mail order is always available. And I do just want to say that because I'm planning on sending a link of this video to MiN, I just want to say that there are a good amount of places in NYC to get niche fragrances. I've been to all of them, and I've dropped decent money in all of them. I mean, my Barney's bill, if you added up clothing and fragrances and shoes and shit, I could probably fund another Iraq war. There is nowhere in New York City, and I'm telling you this from the heart, I think you know my videos enough to know I don't bullshit. There's nowhere in New York City that beats the overall MiN experience, hands down, without a doubt. And I believe Frunk's viewers get a 15% discount. So on a Xerjoff, that could save you some considerable paper. When you come to New York, viewers of people who love fragrances and shaving, you have to go to MiN. It's very stupid if you don't. If you can only go to one of these specialty spots, go to MiN. I'm putting my reputation on that, and I'm staking my reputation on that. You will not get a better experience. No shots at the other places, but that's just how I feel about it. Now, what did I get at MiN? Well, first off, guys, I just wanted to show you. I got a 150 milliliter bottle of this fragrance, Aqua Colonia by Alvarez Gomez. And I'm probably going to do another show on that later, but if you've never sniffed out Aqua Colonia by Alvarez Gomez, it's your loss. It's a really beautiful Spanish cologne. With notes of bitter orange and clove and lemon and geranium. And it's a perfect spring and summer workhouse scent. This 150 milliliter bottle, which you guys can see, is a good amount. I think it was like 50 or 60 bucks, and it's just beautiful. I think it's like 100 years old. I think it's Spain's oldest cologne, and really well made. You can see it have Alvarez Gomez in the glass, and this is something anyone should check out. We're going to do more on this later, but that's not why we're here today, okay? Now, I went to MiN knowing that I wanted either a Xerjoff or Amouage for spring and summer. And I figured that whichever brand I didn't get, I'd come back and get something from that brand the next time. I knew I wanted from Xerjoff either like 1861 or Neo or from Amouage, maybe, you know, Ciel or Reflection. Now, they're waiting for a restock of the Xerjoff scents that I wanted. They had pretty much everything else from the line. But I got to tell you guys, when I came in, right, and I smelled Ciel, it was the first thing that I smelled. And I smelled some other stuff, and eventually came down to a battle between Ciel and Cell Marin by Healy. I really love that scent as well. Probably the best ocean scent that I've ever put my nose on. Very realistic. But the Ciel just had my heart. And I got a retroactive raise recently at work and said, you know what, let me just drop the money on this bottle. I got the 100 milliliter job for $255. I think that a 50 ml bottle is available of this for around $200, but for $55 you're doubling up on the juice, and it's worth it just to sell the extra off, if anything, you know, so that you can get the bigger bottle. You can definitely sell Amouages pretty easy on base notes. So I got the big boy, and it's an eau de parfum, so you've got the higher concentration of essential oils, and it's going to last a bit longer than an eau de toilette. And presentation on this is just gorgeous, guys. If you've ever owned an Amouage, you know what type of quality we're talking about. You've got this beautiful hard box with inside cushioning in here. Now, I just want to tell you guys to be careful, because when you get your box from Amouage, and it comes in a beautiful, hard, really solid box, you know, if you open it and the fragrance is sitting in there. So I can imagine, I think Drakdoc, Cody did a video where he said that he's seen people break them or heard of people breaking them because they open like this and the glass breaks. So just be cognizant of that. But you do get the beautiful box, and you do get this, the bottom of the box, your fragrance can sit in there. It's a beautiful bottle. You know, I have all my bottles laying around in a big collection and on an antique tray, and my mother was saying, you know, she thought that this was the nicest bottle I have. You, of course, have this beautiful cap with, I don't know what's in there, but it looks like some sort of gemstone or something, and the crown and the top. The one thing I will say, and by the way, the sun logo is affixed by hand. The atomizer isn't great. I mean, Creed atomizers blow it away. Even this Aqua Colonia, I'll show you what this atomizer is about. You can see even that one blows it away. But I would like them to work on their atomizers, but it's definitely not a deal breaker. It's a beautiful presentation and a beautiful box. All Amouage fragrances are. They got that down to a science, basically. Now, guys, Amouage isn't a brand that's that old. It's a little over 25 years, and all of its inspiration is drawn from the country of Oman. And because of that, they're perhaps best known for their richer scents. Scents with frankincense, and two of the most popular, I would say, of those are Memoir and Jubilation 25. And I have a decant of Jubilation 25, and it's so highly regarded in the fragrance community. I really do like it a lot. I'll probably be adding that to my collection in the fall or winter. They also make atars, which MiN also has, and those are perfume oils, and those are supposed to be absolutely incredible. They're really expensive for a little bit, but you only need a couple of drops of those. I've never had the pleasure of getting my nose in them myself, But all the scents and bottles are handmade, and the scents usually take years to make, and almost all of them have some ingredients from Oman, including silver frankincense, myrrh, or rock rose. Now, the house is based in the south of France, and as of now, it's under the guidance of their creative director, Christopher Chong. So now, even though most Amouage scents are made for colder weather, they do have a couple that do hold up in the warmer weather, including Ciel, which to my nose is the best. It was released in 2003. Now, guys, notes on this, and again, I'm going to just spray a little on my hands when I talk about this. I can get a couple of whiffs of it, but man, I'm in love with this scent, guys. So, top notes on this guy are going to be rose, bergamot, lavender, and lily of the valley. Middle notes are going to be peach, jasmine, cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, and orange blossom. Base notes are going to be frankincense, vetiver, patchouli, cedarwood, and sandalwood. So there's a lot going on here. But because it's so well blended, it smells much more composed and well put together than it sounds on the opening. Amouage describes it as a rain shower on a hot summer's day, and I have to concur on the opening. You just get an outrageously clean and white floral note, and you can really smell that lily of the valley. It's fresh and vibrant. And at first, I was worried that maybe Ciel would be a little too feminine for me, but as it dries down, I start to pick up a tad of that spice, the cinnamon, the cardamom, and the nutmeg, but with the orange blossom, so that as the rose and lily of the valley die down, you get the cleanliness and light notes of the orange blossom. And in the base, you've got almost like a sweet and creamy sandalwood. Amouage labels it as sensual, but I'm just going to say it's a creamy sandalwood and vetiver base. And it's a little sour, but not in an off-putting way. Instead, in a very high-end and gorgeous way. It's a masterpiece. This scent really is a masterpiece. It's magic that you're transported from this light and floral scent to this desert-like earthy scent. It's really a journey. Journeys like this is why fragrances cost so much. It's a beautiful handcrafted fragrance that tells a story and takes you on a ride, literally. And you're going to get great longevity. I've gotten about 10 hours from this, and that's with three sprays, one on my neck, one on my shirt, one in the back of the neck. Projection isn't blow away. It's a soft and subtle scent, and the goal isn't to have it be in your face. The goal is for it to be noticed and subtly seductive. And trust me when I say this, this could be a unisex scent. A girl could definitely pull this off because of that floral opening. It's a much better, this is a much better, more complex, more expensive, richer version of Fleur de Mal. Fleur de Mal by Jean-Paul Gaultier, of course, composed by the master himself, Francis Cardizzion. That's really what this reminds me of, a much better version of that. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. The only thing I would say that keeps it from a 10 is the lack of that just kick-ass projection. I would like it maybe to do a little more, but the packaging, bottle, and scent are phenomenal. When you spend well over $200, you want it to be something you don't regret. And I don't regret this one at all. I love the scent. I'm so happy I got it, and I'm so happy I got it at MiN. So definitely check this out. I know that Amouage isn't really known as a spring and summer fragrance company. I spoke to a veteran reviewer who sort of just gave me advice to not really spend that money on an Amouage warm weather fragrance because that's not really what the company's about. But, actually it was Robes, it was Mark, Robes 08. But I also listened to him when he says trust your nose. And I did trust my nose. And I disagree. I think this is as good as something like Aqua Universalis Forte or Green Irish Tweed. It's light and very beautiful, and it's going to be in my warm weather rotation for quite a long time. I don't know how much I'll rock it in the summer. In the summer, I tend to really like citrus scents, and something like Virgin Island water, which I'll have a review of eventually. I'm also loving the Issey Miyake 2013 Summer Edition with the kiwi on the front. But I tend to like lighter scents, real light and transparent scents in the dead of summer, especially in New York where it's humid like a biatch. But on those cool summer nights and evenings, I have no problem reaching for my first purchased Amouage scent Ciel. So thank you guys so much for watching. We have a great show on Wednesday coming up about a great shower gel that's just really cooling and refreshing. And, you know, as I said, during the week, grooming videos and shaving videos. And on the weekend you're going to get the fragrance videos. So next Sunday we've got a designer scent that is getting harder and harder to find these days. And during the week we're going to have just an awesome shower gel that you could probably find for under $5. That is just perfect for summer. It's so refreshing. So stay tuned for that. I am Maximilian.